Hello, everyone. My name is Anthony Key, and you may know me as a member of the boy band Boy Throb. Boy Throb. Boy Throb. Boy Throb. You also may remember me as the Genshin cosplay ASMR guy. Yes, that was me. I actually get questions all the time. Will you ever come back to doing Genshin cosplay ASMR? And my honest answer to that is, I hope so. And I would like to. We'll see what the future brings. But I would really love to come back. I love that channel. And I love what I've done on that channel with my sister, Nikki. She's so talented as well, because she was the one putting all the wigs together. She did a lot for that channel. But I thought that I would come together on my own personal account and do ASMR content. Obviously, it's going to be a little differently than Genshin cosplay. One of the most easiest differences is that you see me as me. I'm not dressed up in Genshin. But something else, too. If you noticed my YouTube channel, it's a music channel because it has the blue music note. So this is meant to be a music channel. So if I'm coming and doing ASMR, I think it's good to keep it in the theme of music, since music is my life. So I thought, why don't we do music ASMR? Put those two worlds together. So what do I mean by that? What I mean is I'm going to be doing lullabies. So singing to you kind of like this. Go to sleep. Good night. Just nice little relaxing tunes like that. I'm also going to be showing you musical instruments as well, doing very ASMR meditating style, with music, probably tapping on musical objects, making music, but just in a very calming kind of form. Myself as a performing artist, everything is so loud and so intense and filled with energy and sweat and lights, camera, action, But I think it's also nice to show this side of me as well, to show that even in the midst of all that, we can come to a safe place where we can be calm, kind of empty out all the nonsense from our head, and just relax. So, I've been watching ASMR for years, and I just love ASMR. And so, I thought, let's do this. Let's make ASMR music together. So, today is a very special day. Today is March 7th, 2026, and that is my parents' anniversary. So happy anniversary, Mom and Dad. Now, my parents met on March 7th at a Led Zeppelin tribute concert. So if it weren't for Led Zeppelin, I wouldn't be born. Oh yeah. So they met, like I said, on March 7th. The next year, they got engaged on March 7th. And can you guess when they got married? Yep, the next year, March 7th. So, March 7th just seems like a good time to start something new. I guess I'll keep the the March 7th thing going on here, and we'll be wishing my musical ASMR journey happy anniversary on March 7th. So, anyway, let me get into some music here. I want to talk about my musical journey and that it stems from my family. So I think I will sing that for you in a very low, soft vocal. So let's start. Ooh, my mother, she was a singer. She was a descant soprano in a church choir. That's where I learned to sing when I was a baby. My mother taught me how to sing. Everything was in song. There was even a song for washing in between my toes during bath time. Everything was in song. And I love that was my upbringing. I like to say that I'm basically from the Von Trapp family. The Von Trapp family from the musical from 1965. The Sound of Music. Now my father, he was the instrumental guy. He taught me the basics, how to play drums. I was 1 year and 2 months old. He sat me on his lap. He put drumsticks in my hands. And the first thing that I hit was his head. Oopsie. So my mother has told me. Then from that point on, I started to play the drums. Years later, I learned to play guitar. And my dad taught me how to play simple chords, like power chords. I can play all my favorite Metallica songs that way. My parents, if you couldn't tell by now, were rockers. So I have rock music in my blood, even though I pursue pop music. So together, my mom and dad raised a musical family. When I was a little boy, I knew I wanted to sing and dance on stage. The stage was my calling, even though my parents weren't really big on performing. They knew they loved music, they loved to sing, they loved to play the instruments, but performing live wasn't something they did very often. My dad was in a band for a little bit. My mom, like I said, sung in a choir. But that's about it. They say They don't know where I get this from, where I want to sing and dance in front of the whole world, which is you, 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 you. I don't know either, but I love to perform. So that's a little bit of the background of my mom and dad. I'm so blessed to have them in my life. Then, years later, I had a sister named Nikki. She also sings and dances. We've gotten along so well. We have sang together, danced together, and I love my family with all my heart.